going on? Blossom is back, and welcome back to another episode of Top Drives. Today I present to you a garage tour. We are, more than halfway over the year now. We haven't had a single update. I'm going to show you my tour. Now, I've seen a lot of garage tours in the past, and I have to be honest with you, most people only really care about ultra and above. Usually when I post a video like this, most people usually just skip to ultra and below and above. And you know what? I ain't even gonna call you out on it because I do that too. When I see like Android's garage tour, when I see like Redline's garage tour, bro, I don't care about anything below super rare. I can go to ultra rare and I watch all of that. However, I know that there are some people out there that actually care about the lower ranks because there is actually a lot to learn, especially when you get a garage like mine when everything, rare and below is basically fully maxed. There's a lot of stats that you can see on obscure cars that you may not have. So there is things to learn from the lower ranks. So what I'm gonna do is this. It's going to be a two-part garage review. The first part is this, where I cover commons all the way to super rares, the part where it's going to get no views, and then the other part is going to be ultra rares, epics, and legendaries, the ones that everybody cares about. That being said though, if you do want to watch both parts, get yourself a nice cup of coffee, a cookie. You know what, it's going to be a pretty long video. Don't just get a cookie, get an entire pack of cookies. Get your dinner, get your lunch, get your breakfast, whatever you want, your snack pack, your lunch pack. Just sit down, relax, and let's do the garage tour. So join me on this. We're going to start off with the commons, and I'm going to give you a quick rundown on the countries. In total, I have 162 commons. For the status, 157 are fully upgraded. That means that I only have 5 commons that are stock. Now, this is killing my OCD because rares, every rare I have, max, locked. Uncommons, every uncommon I have, max, locked. I want to do the same with my commons. The only reason I haven't done that is because 5 of these commons are those stupid smart EV prize cars that I want to get rid of so bad, but for some reason HUD doesn't want to yeet the prize car tag, and so because of that, it's stuck in my garage because you never know when, they might throw a curveball and I might need to use it again. I don't want to have the EVs in my garage. HUD, please remove the prize tag. I hate that thing so much. It's killing me because if it wasn't for those, I would be having 162 or 157 commons, 100% of them being fully maxed. So countries for my commons: 26 German, 49 American, 31 British, 22 Italian, 7 Japanese. That's just sad, man. 7 Japanese is sad. 25 French. Now, there's a decent amount of French cars in here because we were forced to get all those pugs. 1 Swedish car and 1 Australian car. I have to be completely honest with you, though. 7 Japanese commons is really sad on my part. So let's get into it. Bunch of Volkswagens. In fact, I don't even have a lot of Italians and German cars. Most of the commons that I have max are just, all these Type 2s, all these Alphas. I don't even use them that much. A lot of these, like the Subaru Rex, that was because of Call of the Wild. And I think there's another Subaru Rex, that's RQ15. That was also Call of the Wild. So before Call of the Wild, I think I only had about 5 Japanese commons max, which is really, really sad, but you can really tell what my specializations are and what they lie in. It's the American cars. So once again, guys, if there's anything that interests you in the lower ranks, give the video a pause and just comment down below. Because obviously I'm not going to go through every single car and tell you all its tunes, but I would say that for most of my commons, most of them are going to be 323. There are a couple drag specs in here, but most of them are 323. But if you have any specific questions, make sure to pause the video at any time that you like and ask the questions down in the comments below. I will try my best to answer everything, especially, anything that really covers my garage. So if you're going to ask me what the soup of the day is, I honestly don't know. It might be tomato, it might be onion, it might be French onion, it might be mushroom. You never know. But yeah, as you can see here, pretty basic stuff. I really hate this rarity. So here they are. These are the only commons I have that aren't fully maxed. It pisses me off, man. I want to they are so ugly. I hate them so much. It's such an ugly car. I mean, when you think about it, it actually shares a pretty similar front silhouette to the Tribeca. The lights being above the grille and the grille being incredibly ugly. I just don't like it. The logo doesn't help it either. The fact that it has like this little butthole in the middle of the car. I hate the Smart, man. Yeah, I got 2 Rovers, Laguna. Basically, I have all the Blossom Choice commons, and then everything else is kind of like, I just needed it for some kind of event. That's really what my commons are. I just max them for challenges, for events. Outside of that, I don't really care about them. Like even clubs, when there's club commons, I don't even play. I don't even care. Anyway, we're gonna move to uncommons now. Once again, if you have any questions, let me know down in the comments below. I got 160 commons and 160 upgraded, 160 fully upgraded. That's what we like to see. 100% clean, no fuse, no garbage, everything has a purpose. So let's go into country, and out of the 160 uncommons, 18 are German, 73 are American, 27 are British, 14 Italian, 18 Japanese, and 10 French. As you can see where my specializations lie, once again with the Americans, with the US basically taking, what, half? Well, what's 73 times 2? 70 times 2 is 140. So 73 times 2 is what, 146? So not half, but almost half of my uncommons are basically American. So let's take a look. So starting off with RQ20, so this is my collection. A bunch of Blossom choices like the Firenze and the Mercedes V250D. And then also there's some really key cars like the Mitsubishi Colt. Honestly, I don't think this is Blossom choice. It should be though. It really genuinely helps me a lot. 2 Ford Mustang 289s. These are some of my oldest cars. If it's not this one, it's the other one. Yeah, this is the oldest one. 1,419 days. I think this is the young one. Yeah, 556, considered young to me. But yeah, this is an OG. One of my oldest cars in my garage. 1,419. Absolutely bloody ridiculous. But yeah, everything else here, as you can see, a lot of these were basically just for tags. Buick Riviera, I think this was for Call of the Wild. No, not Call of the Wild, Around the World. Pontiac Sunbird, Call of the Wild, the tag is still there. The Cobras, those are Blossom choice, fantastic cars. I would have them either way. And then I've had a thing recently of just basically collecting uncommons that handle pretty well, that are especially American. So for the Cruise Southwest station wagon, I got that because, you know, 86. I've been recommending that a lot to a lot of the garage reviews that I've been doing recently. That's actually a really underrated car. You know, you're getting 21 RQ, 86 handling, medium ground clearance, standard tires. I mean, what's not to like? Dodge Daytona Turbo Z, got 2 of those, fantastic. Colt Vista, I had a lot of hope for this car. 4-wheel drive standard, I think it's pretty lightweight as well. Yeah, it is. Had a lot of hope for this. Not as good as I thought it was going to be. In fact, it's a pretty big disappointment. I got 2 of them, barely used them, really. To put into comparison, 36% win ratio, 36 races, right? Let's compare it to a car that I got at the same time, like the Dodge Daytona Turbo Z. Gotta be more than 36. Pretty much, yeah, 299 races. And how about this one over here? I'm actually pretty interested. I thought that they were gonna be in the thousands, but I guess not, you know, close to 300. It's still better than 36. TVR Timer, one of my OGs as well. How many races on this bad boy? 1,237. I know the win ratio is bad, but you know, when it comes to good uncommons like these, you have to remember that I'm saying that they're good because they only lose by 50. Losing by 50 can be a win sometimes. I got 2 Plymouth Furies. This was my first one. This is the older one. I know this because it's 323, 1,000 days old. I like it, you know, it's a good looking car. And then I realized, you know what, I might as well drag spec it. I think it's better that way. So this is a newer one, which I drag spec, and there you go. Yeah, 225 days, 5.3, 59. But at the end of the day, I didn't need to use any of them. And then the Volkswagen Beetle. This thing pisses me off as much as the Smarts do. The only reason why I haven't gotten rid of it is because, you know, I maxed it. And the odds of me maxing this car ever again is actually like 0.1%. So I might as well just have it than not. It's really annoying though, because for the longest time, I just never had a Volkswagen Beetle in my garage. I hated Volkswagen Beetles. I still do. I hate Volkswagens and I hate Beetles. I think they're just disgusting cars. I think they're ugly. But you know, I had to use it for Call of the Wild. You know, Arc 5 really bent me over. I needed Volkswagens for that, so I had to get the Beetle. The only good thing about this car, I guess, is it's 1999. So I guess I'm somewhat collecting cars from my birth year. So 1999, okay, you can stay. I'm pretty sure if that Beetle was like 1998, I would have sold it already. Monte Carlo, DB4, a lot of Aston Martins in here. Obviously, some things for you to take note is that I have all of the Aston Martin uncommons, and here is my DB5 collection. I have all of the Dodge uncommons. I have all of the Mercedes uncommons besides one, which I still need to get, but once I get that last Mercedes uncommon, I'll have all. And I think I have most of these Chevrolets. I think I'm missing 2 or 3 Chevrolet uncommons, and I think I have all the Pontiacs. I have every single Pontiac uncommon, so there are a couple in here that I've already finished a collection. I kind of guess my own collection. Chevrolet SN Extreme, huge fan of this. I got 4 of them max, and I use them like crazy. I still use them them in clubs today. Whenever it's Dragon City and the RQ is kind of around that 300 range, I want to use my Bugattis for the drags, and using the Bugattis for the drags means I won't have a lot of RQ to use for the City Streets tracks, and that's fine because I would use 2 S10 Extremes, and since I have 4, I can rotate. So I got an A team and a B team. A team I could use my Koenigsegg Jesko, B team I could use my Bugatti Veyron, that kind of stuff. But yeah, these cars, I think I do use them quite a bit. Yeah, 745 races. Once again, win ratio is low, but losing by 50 is a win to me. Depends on the cases, right? Of course. 263, so that's probably one of the newer ones. Oh no, how many times are we a shot for every time this happens? Yeah, I know. I'm sorry. That wasn't a shot. I don't have a shot glass. Where was I? I had this, 2 slingshots. I was talking about the Aston Martins, my 2 Dodge D100s. This is a car where I feel like I thought I was going to need like 5 max, but 2 is actually fine. 2 is really all you need. Yeah, I'm trying to find the S10 with the most races. Could be that. It could be 1,000. I think 1,000 might be the one. Do you have more than 1,000? 458. But 1,000 races for an uncommon? That's actually a lot. I got 2 Nissan Patrols because, fun fact, out of all the uncommon all-surface tire cars in the game, this has the highest handling, so I got 2 of that just because of that, and obviously when it comes to off-road, handling is key. I got 2 Mazda RX-7s, I got the Ford Explorer. Forever, this car would just remind me of Uncle. I know Uncle isn't going to be watching this video. Uncle's just like me. He wants to see ultra rares and above. Honestly, shout out to anyone that actually watches the first part, because who actually... water choke. Who actually wants to see commons and you know what? If you're watching this, you are an OG, because I know everyone's gonna be watching the other part with the ultra rares and the epics and the legends. Right now, heart to heart, okay, tete-a-tete. If you're actually watching this, comment banana passion fruit in the comments. And I know you an OG. I know you an OG. But yeah, I got the Mustang Boss collection. I got 3 of them. I really don't like having 3 of one car. It just doesn't make any sense when it comes to A team and B team, because that means your A team has 2, your B team has 1, or your A team has 1, your B team has 2. So I need to get a 4th Mustang Boss. That's what I need to get. I don't think I haven't gotten one in a while, but these cars are absolutely fantastic. This and the D100s, fantastic cars. I need to get another one of that. 2 Volkswagen Ups. Those are fantastic cars. And here we go. We have my Ford Taurus Show collection. Now I'm hoarding these because I'm pretty sure they're gonna go rare, because these cars are medium ground clearance, but currently they're low. I've said this many times. If it's gonna go medium, it's gonna go rare. It's gonna be a low RQ rare. I'm thinking RQ 30, 31. That being said though, should be rare. So I got 4 of them max, but outside of that, outside of the fact that it's gonna go rare, as it is, as the Ford Taurus Show, as it is right now, as an uncommon, it's actually pretty good. It has that saloon niche. It has over 80 handling. 0 to 60 is relatively low. And this one is drag spec. And as you can see, the drag spec actually goes under sub 6 seconds, which is actually not bad when it comes to the saloon niche category. We got the Plymouth Duster 340. I never use that thing, to be completely honest with you. If you have the Mustang Boss, any other like drag uncommon is pretty much useless. The D100 is good for the quarter mile. I'll tell you that. D100 is good for the quarter mile, and the Maserati Mexico is good for the test bowl. So if you have the test bowl, the Boss, and the D100, you're basically good for all the drags. Where is the Mexico anyway? I have 1 Mexico. I don't use it too often. Here you go. Drink. Yeah, I don't use it too. Oh, that was. Oh, come on. I am so just not calm. Some people say that I'm like too like loud or too like. I'm just like not calm enough. I don't know, man. That's just who I am. I am a spastic mofo. That's what I am. Yeah, Maserati Mexico. I don't think I've used it that much, even though it is the best car in the test bowl. Actually, 727 races isn't that bad. It's actually pretty high. But yeah, the Ford Taurus Show, the Fiat Uno. I think this I maxed out for something. Oh, it was Yodo. It was Yodo. That's right. I got 2 Twizzys. Now, don't do the mistake that I did, because what I wanted to do was I wanted to get the second Twizzy 233, because Twizzys are actually better 233. So when I got my second Twizzy, I was like, oh, okay, I'm gonna 233 it. But because out of bad habit, or I guess out of good habit, whenever I see an uncommon, I'm always like, okay, it's 323, unless it's drag spec. And obviously the Twizzy isn't a drag spec, so I was like, I immediately, like, without thinking, I just 323 it, and then I realized, oh wait, I was supposed to 233 it. Frick. But yeah, I'll need to get a 3rd Twizzy and then 233 that, and then I'll end up having 3, and then I'll be annoyed that it's an odd number. I'm gonna get an even number, so basically I'm gonna get 2 more Twizzies, so it's 4. It's a whole shebang. The way that my garage is incredibly quirky. I have so many duplicates of so many random things. 4 Eunice Roadsters, 3 Indies. Now the 3 Indies isn't annoying me as much as, you know, I guess the 3 bosses, because to be completely honest with you, I don't use the Indies anyway. They're kind of just there because they look cool. That's it. 2 Twin Cannons, I got a Discovery 2, and this basically just wraps up my RQ-29 with a bunch of random stuff that I don't even use. The Volt I use quite a bit, but to be completely honest with you, the Integra, both the Integras, the BMW 728, the Eldorado, bruh, I don't use it. I don't use it at all. But when you look at it, I actually have quite a bit of uncommons. I am missing out quite a bit. I'm not gonna do this for all the rarities because it's just gonna take too long, and the video is gonna take like 2 hours. But yeah, it's just nice to see that at least I have most of the high-end RQ-29 uncommons. I don't think I'm ever gonna get a C-type. I know everyone has a C-type, but it's just not that good. It's just not that. I don't use it at all. Anyway, let's move on to rares. And if you want to talk about American bias, wait till you see this. But first of all, once again, 236 rares, 236 upgraded, 236 fully upgraded. We love to see it. My OCD is cured. Let's go into country, and as you can see here, it's completely just, it's so one-sided. 29 German, 104 American rares, all max, of course, 40 British, 27 Italian, 24 Japanese, 9 French, 2 Swedish, and 1 Dutch. To put it into comparison, I have more maxed out Dodge Charger RTs than I do French, Swedish, and Dutch rares combined. I can't wait for the day where I say that I have more Dodge Chargers than I do Italian and Japanese rares. But you know, we're getting there. I have 24 Japanese rares, I have 15 Chargers. So about 9 more and then we'll be on par. 10 more and we'll overtake Japan. But let me show you my collection. I'm pretty proud of my rares, and I have to say throughout the last week, I've maxed out 15 rares out of complete boredom. If you know what those rares are, you do, because I posted them on Instagram. But yeah, 15 rares out of complete boredom because we haven't had an update yet and I don't know what to do, and I don't really have a lot of ultra rare projects anymore. I've already maxed every ultra rare I really wanted to that I have at the time, so I was like, okay, super rares are a scam, so I was gonna focus rares. So I maxed like 15 rares out of boredom. We'll see them in this. But yeah, anyway, we start off, a lot of this is just fundamental stuff. You've seen this already in previous garage reviews, so I'm just gonna go through it pretty quickly. To Cornets, Leone. The Swift is new because that was Call of the Wild. I needed that. The Rover 220 is relatively new. I don't think that was in the last garage review as well. Everything here is pretty old. This is one of the random. This is one of the random 15 ones. As you can tell, it's a very young car. Only had it for 6 days. Never raced it. Just out of boredom, maxed it out. Same thing for the Ford. I think it's about 6 days. 8 days, 3 races. You know, maxed it out of complete. I'm actually surprised I raced that. I don't even remember racing that. Yeah, a bunch of random stuff. Buick Riata. You know, this one out of random as well. I was like, I guess it hits 85 handling. It has standard tires. I might as well get it. What else in here is really new? All these you've seen. This one I finished today. Yep, this is my most current one. As you can see, 0 days, 0 races, 0% win ratio. It's a little worse version of the Grande Punto, the A-Bar Grande Punto. This one over here, 6385 to 6686. It's a little worse, but I was like, you know what? 86 handling. You never know when you're gonna need it. I was bored, so I maxed it out. You know, a bunch of random stuff. Well, I got double of these. The MRA on the Impala SS, not too bad. 5.6, 5.8. This is drag spec. This is 323. Most of these cars are 323 though. If there is anything that isn't 323, I'll try and let you know. This one's pretty new as well. A200. I had it 17 days. Okay, so it's not that new, but I recently did max it out like this week. So I kind of had it in the holding pool for a while, and I realized, you know what, I'm gonna max it out. Yeah, a bunch of other stuff in here. A second Opel GT. As you can see, this one is incredibly new, only 6 days. You know what, I really wanted this to be the old one because it would have been funny. I would be like, oh yeah, this one's incredibly new. As you can see, 551 days. Yeah, so yeah, I got lucky, I guess, or unlucky, depending. I got unlucky in a joke sense, but lucky in a logical sense. Yeah, this is the new one. I've only had it for less than a week, never raced it once. Finally had 2 Opel GTs. To be completely honest with you, I was really late to the double Opel GT game. You guys watching right now, if you have like at least 10% of the rares that I have, I really recommend you to go for 2 Opel GTs straight off the bat. I took a long time to get 2. That's on me. That's my fault. But yeah, everything else here, pretty old. I think you've seen all this. Basically, all the American Frontier stuff is pretty old. This one's new. Alfa Romeo Montreal. I maxed it. It was never a good car, but I always liked how it looked. And since I was bored, I was like, you know what? I'm going to max it now because I like how it looks. I'm probably never going to use it, but I like how it looks. Low ground clearance. I mean, look at this. That's low ground clearance? Really? That? Okay. Okay, sure. I had it for a day, 0 races, 0% win ratio, but I maxed it out because it looks cool. It looks like an edgy car, and I like it. And then we have the Trans Am, and we're really close. We are really close. We are really close. We are. Oh, all right, let me just get ready. Yeah. BBRs move on. I think it's next. Is it next? No, it's not. It's not next. Wait, hold on. No, it's not. Oh, almost there. Almost there. Ah, no, those are the Hornets. All right, so 2 Stealths, 2 Hornets. The next should be it. Should be it. Should be it. Everyone rise for the national anthem. I'm not actually gonna play the national anthem, but I'm not gonna speak. We're just gonna watch this. $15 charges. 15 max charges, man. The pride of my garage. I will never fuse one. I will never sell one. Whatever charger I get, I'm keeping it. I'm locking it. And I'm maxing it. There's a lot of words of people saying, there's a lot of rumors going around saying that this is going to go super rare in the next update. And you know I hate maxing super rares, but you know what, man? My love for this car is just unrivaled. So yeah, if it goes super rare, I will max every single super rare version of this. I don't care how much of a scam maxing a super rare is. I love that car to death. So yeah, I got 15 of these bad boys right now, and I love all of them. I don't even know which is the first one anymore, man. I really don't. I cannot be bothered to find which was the first one. This one's 9 days, so I think this is actually the most frequent, the newest one. I'm not sure. I'm actually not sure. But yeah, we move on. BMW i3S, fantastic car. It's the best car for the city streets, medium and small, wet, the vanilla one, and everything else here. RQ37. I mean, one thing that I learned from my top 3 best and top 3 worst series is that RQ37 is a wasteland. Yeah, so I always skip through it now. There's really nothing good there. I mean, I guess it's harsh to say that nothing's good there. It's just that there are better cars in other RQs. Like the MX-5, the BBR is just better. So, you know, you don't want that. The Ford Ranchero, the Charger is better. So you don't want this. What else here? The Primera, well, the Nissan 2000 is better. You don't want that. So it's like, it's a bit of a tussle. Like ZR1, the Charger is better. So you don't want that. And honestly, 74 handling on a Corvette C3. Really? I don't know. But yeah, I got my 4 Chevettes. This is the best city streets medium and small car for the dry vanilla city streets for rare. So I absolutely love this car to death. And once again, I got Team A, Team B. So that's basically 20 races and clubs right there. I mean, honestly, it's 25 because rares are pretty fast and refreshing for servicing. I got my Demon Roadster gang. Got 4 of those as well. 2 Malibus. Love the Malibus. This one's also one of the 15 that's random and new. As you can see, I've only had it for like 10 days. What? 100% win rate? I kind of want to keep it at 100% win ratio. 11 races? I don't even know what I put it on. Oh, you know what? I used it on the challenge. The Corvette Z06 challenge, because you needed to use like the old Italian cars. Yeah, I used that. That was literally it. This is another one that's pretty new. As you can see, 5 days, never used it once. The Volvo is new as well. I think I've used it a couple times. 7 race, 29% win ratio, Jesus. But yeah, those are all pretty new, right? And then we're moving on to 39s. This is all the same. Literally all the same. Everybody's seen this already. Everybody knows the 39s. Actually, the Arnage is pretty new. This is drag spec. I have 2. This one is old. This one is new. The drag spec is new. And I was just like, you know what? If I drag spec it, would it go sub 5 seconds? And the answer is yes. It will go sub 5 seconds. So it's actually a pretty good saloon dragster. Not a lot of good rare saloon dragsters because all the rare saloon dragsters are coupes. So yeah, 4.9 on a saloon dragster. I'll take it. That's high top speed as well. So yeah, Arnage, you got something. And then yeah. Oh, and then yeah, this was the one that started it all. This was the first of the rares, I think. First of the random rares that I maxed. So it should be one of the older ones. 10 days, 1 race, 0% win ratio. Look at that. But yeah, that's gonna be it. Let's move on to super rare. Now, super rare, unfortunately, not every super rare I have is maxed. So I got 21 fused material, 209 that is upgraded, and 209 that is fully upgraded. So this is the important part here. Basically, every super rare that I've upgraded is max. There's no 2-star, no 1-star, because you know my philosophy. Everybody knows my philosophy. Okay, not everybody. I don't want to sound like a dickhead. But like, you know, my philosophy when it comes to top drives is, well, it's maxed or nothing. I don't like to linger around with 1-stars and 2-stars. I mean, that goes for saying, like my Aston Martin, my epic Aston Martin. I got rid of it because even though it was 2-star, because I knew I was never going to max it, so I fused it into my Pagani for the Fat Finals. But anyway, this is my fuse pile, if anybody's interested. A bunch of Mustangs, because a part of me thinks it's going to go ultra rare, and a bunch of Elises, because also a part of me thinks it's gonna go ultra rare. So they're there, but everything else is fused. So the Chrysler's fused, all of this is fused. Well, besides the Honda CRV. Honda CRV isn't fused. I gotta max this because for my 1 million pack opening, I promised, the thing. If you watch my 1 million pack opening, I opened a pack and I was like, I'll max it, and this was the car that I had to max. So I'm kind of delaying it, but I'll have to get to it eventually. And then the Alfa Romeo GTV, I have to max this. No, I don't have to max this. I want to max it, just because I'm bored. If the update drops soon though, I'll get rid of the Alpha. And then last but not least is the MG Maestro. This car is for Nosam. Nosam, if you're watching, this car is for you, so I'm never gonna fuse that. I should lock it, but all my locked super rares are max, and I have OCD like that. But I know I'll never fuse the MG. I have to max it one day though. So for my super rares, when it comes to country, once again, 96 American, and then everything else is just behind. So I got 34 Germans, 33 UK, 30 Italian, 30 Japanese, 14 French, 1 Swedish. Actually, when it comes to Italian, British, Japanese, and German cars, it's all pretty equal, they're all between 34 and 30, and then you have the Americans at 96 every time. Specialization, gotta love it. I love my American cars, man. But yeah, let me show you my super rare collection, and that's gonna be that, because then we'll move on to part 2, the part everybody's gonna watch. So yeah, we got the Mitsubishi Colt, Alcyone. It's actually kind of nice to see it because I'm filtering it by all my super rares, but they all look max right now. That's gonna end soon once we get to 41. Yeah, there you go, the 2928s. But outside of that, it's actually looking pretty nice, pretty organized. All of them is max. Once again, if there's anything that you're kind of interested in knowing what the tunes are, let me know. But for the super rares, most of them are gonna be 323, like the 730D, which is an absolutely atrocious car. But I had to max it because like the same reason for the CRV. Like I said, I was gonna max it just because I don't know, it made the pack opening more entertaining. But yeah, that's 323, Daytona is 323. Most of these are 323, and then basically the cars that you think are dragsters, well, they are drag spec, like the Camino's drag spec. Javelin though, I think this is 323, yeah, because the problem with the Javelin was, like, some people think it's a drag car, and it might be, but the problem is like it's gonna lose to the drag, to the El Camino, and even the Charger Rare, the Charger RT. So I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna fast circuit it. The handling isn't too bad on it anyway, and it has standard tires, so I can put it on a wet fast circuit, it'll be fine. But yeah, a bunch of cars, a bunch of Chryslers, American Frontier. I finally have, actually, I'm gonna filter this by American Frontier later, because it's just it really, like, it makes me smile. It puts a smile on my face because I have every single one and they're all max. So we'll have a look at the American Frontier ones after this. But as you can see here, nothing too special, very fundamental stuff. Max Motown. Oh, I really should make a post about this. I don't think I made an Instagram post saying that I maxed it. Like in my maxed out post, I don't think I featured it. Did it skip a bit? Okay, I think I'm bugging. But yeah. Oh, here we go. I got 2 Superbirds. I gotta max the second Superbird. I love Superbirds. Obviously I got 4 Mira P400s, Team A, Team B, Club Car, Blossom Choice. You know the drill. Did I overshoot? Yeah, I overshot just a little bit. Galaxy ZR2, which is basically the worst version of a Lamborghini Miura. The only reason why they're the same RQ is because this handles a little better, but it's a drag car. The handling is completely irrelevant, so unfortunate. Yeah, I got 2 Lavorgs. I got a Forester. These 3 Subarus are fantastic. Honestly, like Subarus above Super Rare are really useless in top drives, but Subarus that are Super Rare and below are actually really useful. Namely those 3, the Lavorg and the Forester, fantastic cars. Got my army of Porsche 911 S2.7s because these are incredibly old. 1,314 days. How old are you? 1,314 days. Is this all 1,314? 1,229. It would have been nice if it was a triple. Mustang Cobra, yeah, SSR. Everybody's seen this already, so it's pretty simple stuff, nothing too special. I would expect everyone to have this already. I got my Flex collection. I need to get a 4th Flex, obviously, so it's it's a Team A, Team B. But I currently have 3 right now. I'll get a 4th. I got 2 Razors. I need to max my 2nd Razor, so that's on the list as well, alongside the Alpha and the Honda. I got my collection of Renault R20s for clubs because it's like the only high ground clearance French super rare 4-wheel drive off-road, blah blah blah. And then I got 2 of the R21s. I actually thought I had 2 Clio Cup cars. I guess I don't. I guess I only have 1. I have 2 Opel GTs though. And then here is my collection of Elises. So obviously 5 of them are unlocked, and I think I have 4 maxed. Yeah, I have 4 max. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 3 of them are 969. 1 is 996. You can tell the 996 has 1 more handling at 97. The rest are at 96. I got 1 RX-7. I got 2 XJS Trans Ams. They're not that good. The XJS Trans Am isn't like that good where you have to max 2. The only reason why I have 2 max is because one of them was, once again, I had to max it because pack opening, and I said that I was gonna max the 5th card, and it was an XJS. And then here's my Mustang collection. I have 3 that are max. And I think I'm 9 in total. The rest are basically all fuse. I have my collections of Abarth 131s. Now, if you don't know, the Abarth 131 is the only saloon with off-road tires. So yeah, that's why. If there's ever desert sand, saloon times 5 in clubs, I'm sorted. I am literally sorted because I got 5. Like, that's it. That's the only car and the best car that you can use. I got my collection of Datsuns. I got 4 of those. A bunch of off-roaders, man. I got a lot of off-road super rares. And then one more thing that I want to show you. I always miss this. Like on the first time, but then I always remember that I need to show it. It's my oldest car, Subaru Legacy. Every time there's a garage tour, gotta give a shout out to the Subaru Legacy. This is the oldest car in my garage. 1,435 days. 1,435 days. Absolutely insane. This car, I will be forever loyal to this. But yeah, before I end off the video, one thing I really wanted to do was go to collections and tags, American Frontier, and I'm gonna go into all cars. Look at that. I have every single one. It took a bit because I had to wait for the Motown to be released as a prize car. So finally, when we got it, I maxed it and I have every single one. So if I go into my cars and I go into fully upgraded, 43, baby. So if you have any questions on any American Frontier Super Air, I got you. Basically, the Avenger is one of the best ones, and that's why I got 2. Everything else, you're kind of fine with 1. I got 2 of the Windsors because those are absolutely fantastic as well. I got 2 of the Integras. Those are really great. I got 3 of the Flexus, soon to be 4. That's on the list. I'm going to have 2 Razors, but that's mainly because the 5th card was a Razor. I had to max it. Yeah, there's a really good ones here. I mean, if there was any American Frontier Super Air that I would max a second of that I don't have a duplicate of right now, I would give it to the Acura RDX. The Acura RDX is actually pretty useful, so I'll probably get a second one eventually down the line. Acura 3.2, it's a better Maserati Quattroporte, so might get a second one, but once again, I'm really pushing it. You know how much I hate maxing Super Airs, but that's gonna be it. That is... enjoyed it. Let me know if you knew let me know if you found it informative, and if you have any questions, let me know down in the comments below. But honestly, everyone's gonna see the next part, the ultra rares, the epics, the legends. I get it. But anyway, hope you guys have a great day. I'm gonna stay safe, wash your hands, and blossom out. Peace.